We are rising at accelerated rates. With the current cosmic influences, we are rising at accelerated rates. But not everyone is ready, willing, or available. They still have work to do. And yet others are reaching beyond the beyond to bring into reality the light and love that they are. Which are you? Rising and rebirthing again and again. Have you been feeling it? Finally, for the first time in several months, I feel as though the review of the past is finally winding down. You see, we had to do all of that in order to release it. Quote, have a look one more time and then say goodbye, end quotes. Many of these memories of the past had emotions associated with them, and not all of them great. Primarily the feelings of guilt or unworthiness in all portions of your past were probably rising up so that you could say goodbye to all of that. I have been seeing points in my past that I had completely forgotten about, and yet there were all these scenarios coming up, and I was having a look and remembering those times. You see, all of this has been necessary and also triggered by the enormous amounts of light in the form of higher frequencies that have been coming to us. They come to Earth through us. We receive them, at least as much as we can, and allow the rest to continue to be received as these weeks and months carry on. You can only receive as much as you can hold, and you can only hold as much as you have made room for by the way of clearing, loving, and releasing all those dense emotions that no one really cares for. Burying them and trying to ignore them doesn't work. I'm sure you know that all too well by now. In the meantime, all of this is coinciding with nature warming up and bursting forward in the first signs of spring. It is so timely, but isn't everything always? I find it is in my world. Are you feeling it? So many cosmic elements right now are springing us upward and forward. It's such a powerful, powerful season. And for the next 2 weeks, it's a good idea to ride this wave and make your highest joys come to fruition. It's the perfect time to be visualizing, writing down, and then energizing all of your highest intentions so that they can be powered up to come to fruition in their own right time. Isn't this wonderful? We are living in such amazing times. You need only stretch your thinking really big and allow all the goodness that wants to come to you to arrive in its own time. Keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. So let me break this down a little further for those of you who might not feel like this is really happening for you, or it feels so off-kilter you don't know where to turn. If you're reading this on my blog post, you can see this carved plaque found on the walls of one of the cathedrals in central Munich. It was probably carved in the 1700s. It depicts death. For me, it is the symbol of the death of the past, which is exactly what I'm talking about, and I passed this plaque on the very day I was writing this post. As the cosmic cycles turn, humanity is perpetually being lifted upward. But on its way there, it must reconcile the past. It must heal and embrace the darkness so that it is transmuted. It must open itself and be physically capable of receiving all the light that is being sent. Some individuals have been quietly doing their inner work for decades. They are the ones who are now capable of receiving a great deal of light, are being elevated even further, and shall be beacons of light for others to follow. Let's call that Group 1. Others have not been doing the work. It's not that they refused to, it's that they just weren't ready and they didn't know how, didn't see the point of it, or weren't aware that the inner work could even be done and produce results. Those individuals are now feeling a great deal of pressure from within to face what needs to be faced and reconcile it. If you're in the first group, you're likely going through the following. 1. Occasional headaches when you don't normally get them. 2. A need to sleep, sometimes just in the middle of the day. 3. A lightness and a joy from deep within like you've never felt before. And it sticks. 4. Ideas coming to you at rapid-fire pace, so much so that you can hardly keep up with the creative ideas coming to you now. 5. A pathway forward for all the things you wanted to move forward with in the past, but it never seemed possible, nor was it the right time. You people need to take your vitamins right now. You'll be running on turbo fuel and may be finding it hard to sleep. Take care of yourself. If you used to drink coffee, you won't need it anymore, and it will be the thing that causes you to lose sleep. Get your yoga practice in order so that those energies get distributed throughout your nervous system easily. Good luck. If you're in group 2, I'm so sorry, life seems to be throwing you monkey wrenches from every direction. You need to slow down. Number 1. You might feel like you're going to explode in your emotions, and although you've been keeping a handle on it quite well for a while, it's going to be harder and harder to do that. Number 2. Do not unleash your emotions on others. This is your stuff, not theirs. Number 3. Embrace all of it. You must. And stop feeling sorry for yourself, guilty for feeling what you're feeling, and find a safe way to be private and alone to allow these darkened places to come into the light. Number 4. These feelings are showing up right now because they are looking to be released into the light. They cannot stand the pressure anymore. Number 5. All of this is happening for your highest good. You need to be eating fresh and organic as much as possible and stop soothing yourself with cheap, lifeless food and drink. None of this is going to help at all. Reduce the amount of data input. That means fewer movies, less Instagram, Facebook, television, and news, and unnecessary watching or listening to anything that doesn't have to do with your own healing. You need to be present with yourself and your thoughts. Books about healing are very good right now. Get yourself to a bookstore and browse. That's very different than online shopping. The right materials will come to you. Channeled books about healing yourself are excellent reads. A Course in Miracles and anything by Sanaya Roman is something that I recommend you start with. Read in book form, not digital form. Digital light is scrambling your brainwaves, and you probably have enough of that going on already. Journal, and journal some more, and you will be all right. I promise. Okay? Whether you're in group 1 or in group 2 or somewhere in between, I'm here to support you. I've been in both places and I know them well, very well. Getting support is so soothing. It simply accelerates your path in a balanced way. Since I was a very, very young child, I could see what was going on for people. That's interesting, I think to myself as a young 3-year-old. Yes, 3. I'm not kidding. And when you grow up in a family of 10 with an extended family of 67, well, let's just say God gave me a lot of humans to look at and ponder about. And I did. And I just love you all. So when we're in this session together, a couple of things will happen. There's what you say is going on, and then there's what I see behind it. And it takes a crafty bit of creative conversation to lead you to the light of who you really are. To learn more about the 90-minute offer, see the link in the description. This is the last time I'll be telling you about this session because I'll be moving on to something else next. So here's your last chance, and I would love to meet you and see what's going on. Much love and many blessings, Suzanne. P.S. And if you don't hear from me in the next little while, it's my birthday tomorrow, and after a fancy dinner in Munich, I'm off to Strasbourg, France for the weekend. I'll be sipping French champagne, eating camembert, and riding the canals along the routes of my ancestors. It's just a train ride away from here, and now that spring is here, I'm off. Enjoy your life, my friends. There is so much to enjoy in it.